Yeah, we do a lot of construction. Yeah. But I mean, my story is very similar. You know, it took me like six to 8 months to really land our first one. Once I said I was going to go after government contracting.
You just locked in.
Yeah, and I locked in. But, you know, it didn't happen overnight. You know, it was proposals, submitting proposals. But I landed my first $500,000 project down in Sanibel Island. It was like a HVAC renovation.
That was your first contract?
Yeah.
500?
Yeah, in the GovCon. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
And the crazy thing is, then we landed a $2.6 million one up in Albany, Georgia.
Dang.
Like places that I never ever dreamed of going in my life, right? And all of a sudden we're winning like these huge contracts there.
How did you approach those in the beginning? Like, were you just general contracting them? Or
100%. Okay. General contract. Like we were, you know, we were definitely the general contractor. We'd hire the sub to go do the work, right? But that $2.6 million one, the way we ended up getting that one is there was a site visit that there was like a select group of contractors they invited to a site visit. And I was staying in Tampa, Florida at the time. And so I left early that morning to go be up to Albany, Georgia, like a 7-hour drive. So I left early that morning, got up there, went through badging and everything. And then I got into the contracting office. And
what made you go in person?
Huh?
What made you want to go in person? Did you think you had to, or like?
Well, they invited us to go there, and I like in the beginning I wanted to go to some of these projects. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a big investment. I drove there, right? I wasn't catching flights, staying at a hotel. Like I was hoofing it, man. I got up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, put on my little outfit, and
you was ready. That's what you was like. That was cool.
7 hours, right? Like. You know, and then after that, I drove right back. So it wasn't like a huge investment of like, I wasn't spending thousands of dollars flying across, staying in hotels and all that stuff.
That makes sense.
And I wanted to see the job too. You know, I wanted to, so a lot of times you can go to these site visits and you start like when I'm on base, if I'm going to a site, I'm looking around for all of the contractors. I'm writing them down. I'm taking down the numbers. Because once you find one of the contractors and you start asking them, hey, who does this? Who does that? You just get the laundry list of everybody who does work there. Right?
That's true.
So I go there and I go there and I'm sitting down and the lady's like, the small lady, the Southern lady, Miss Patty Morgan. She came in, she's like 5'2", 5'1", and she's like, you're the only one that showed up. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, there was a tornado warning that came through the area, and everybody else called out. You're the only one that showed. I was like, what? And I'm thinking in my head, tornado. Like,
so you showed up in person just for the site visit?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you went in there knowing there was no guarantee to win?
Oh, of course.
And how long was the drive?
7 hours. One way.
Dang, no, you was determined.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So we get there, and the next thing you know, like that was that $2.6 million award. Like talking about tornado warnings and all that stuff.
You was like, man, forget that. I'm pulling up.
I mean, at the time too, I was $500,000 in the hole from other past failures. And that was prior to getting into government contracting. But government contracting helped me pay back all of that. Right? And so, by going there and being there and getting that site visit and meeting the subcontractors that I ended up eventually utilizing for that project, and then that was 2.6, and then we landed a $500,000 job up here in DC. So like we were spreading out like you are, right? Like we were going like wherever the contracts were, we were finding people to help us get them done.
For sure. No, that's dope, man. It's actually interesting to see that like that was your approach from the beginning. But I think it's also crazy to me that you decided for your very first contract, man, I'm going to just go to the site visit in person. I don't know if I would have did that with the rest, but honestly, it worked out. Everything happens for a reason. But no, that's definitely dope to hear.